Hello walkers, and welcome to Dillon, Montana. You're looking at the Beaverhead Brewing Company right there. Thought that'd be a good place to start today. We are going to explore Dillon. I've been here many times, mainly for the Patagonia outlet. It's one of the most popular reasons to stop in Dillon. Excuse me. Dillon is, I think, about 4,000 people in southwest Montana. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it in just a minute. I'm going to take you on a little exploration around town. I haven't done much beyond the downtown area. So we're going to start downtown, the old train depot and the museum, which is coming up here on the left. And we're going to circle across the tracks to an old hotel that we're going to walk around just because it's a cool old building. I haven't been able to find out much information on that just yet, but I will try to look something up and put it in the description of the YouTube videos. What else? Ranching here started in about the 1860s. Dillon itself started in the 1880s, named after a railroad manager or president. I can't remember exactly what his name was. The old Depot Theater here. And it's a great little town. It's head of the Great Harvest franchising offices, so the bread company. And it's also got a lot of mining in the area. That's one of the reasons it started, was to service all the gold mining and silver mining back in the day. And it was able to keep on existing because of talc mining and ranching, I think. Now it's a center for, well, Great Harvest and Patagonia and fly fishing because it's on the Beaverhead River. Excuse me. And we are about 30 to 40 miles from Twin Bridges, which we did an earlier walk. It is about 1:30 today. Late October. It was frighteningly cold this morning. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of a post-nasal drip there. But it has warmed up to about 20 degrees Fahrenheit, which, let me bring up my phone here, is approximately -7 degrees Celsius. Here's part of the old Historical Society Museum. It's mostly closed right now. It looks pretty cool. I haven't been inside before. It'd be fun to do. We're usually on our way somewhere else, over to Elkhorn Hot Springs, or hitting I-15, Interstate I-15 comes through here. And so that's a good way to head down to California and in Nevada. Neat old storefronts across the way. That's Montana Street is this sort of main drag through town. We're headed north at the moment. Cut back out here so you can see some of these restaurants and shops and that sort of thing, these old buildings. We are going to make a left on Bannock Street and go across the railroad tracks, and then we're going to loop back over to downtown and see some more of that, so don't worry. And then we'll be going down Montana Street, then we'll go back in to the right a little bit, come back, swing by the Patagonia outlet, and off into some neighborhoods, and then hopefully, if my battery lasts long enough, and my legs last long enough, we will go up to Montana Western, the college up there. So the Hotel Metlen, I don't really know the story on this. Obviously, it's pretty old. Very cool looking building. Judging by the sign, it's a bar and casino now. I don't know how much actual people actually live there, how much of it is actually being used. Still pretty cool. 1897 is what the cornerstone says. So that's pretty interesting. Getting strange looks because I've got a GoPro on this stabilizer. I don't think there's a lot of these in Dillon. Here's a Frecker's saddlery. Kind of see the side of the building. We'll continue down. We'll go see the saddlery. There's a wagon with some old saddles out back. Maybe we can poke in the window. I find it challenging to show you guys the interiors of these places because of the reflections on the windows. I'm sure there's a good way to do that, but I haven't figured it out yet. I don't like to go inside these places, one, because it's private property, and I would rather ask before going in if I can film, and two, cases of the virus are surging in Montana and a lot of these western states, and I just don't need to go in there, so I'll do my part even with a mask. So these are some cool old saddles over here that I thought you guys might like to see. And then over across is Gracie's, new and used, kind of a junk shop. Fun place to go poke around when it's open. It is not open at the moment. There's a lot of people heating with wood here at the moment, which is kind of good smell in the air, like a campfire. Not a lot to see through the window. So let's head back downtown. Got my, I mentioned this Scotty Makes Micro 2 stabilizer with a GoPro 8 on it. If any of you have used the GoPro 9 that just came out, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I'm super happy with the 8. I'm not really sure what the benefits of upgrading would be. I'm also interested to hear if any of you have had a chance to use the Osmo Pocket 2 that just came out recently. I'm interested in that one because it has a wider lens than the old Pocket that I have, Osmo Pocket. Such a handy little device. On the way down from Twin Bridges, I had a bit of a traffic jam when we people were moving their cows to different pasture. They were blocking the road for like 5 minutes. No big deal. It's kind of fun. Papa T's Family Dining is spacious inside. The Golden Bar looks good though. Wells Fargo Bank. And then I think it's called Atomic 79 or 72. Up here on the right. Looks like a cool shop, maybe a boot shop. I don't really know. Atomic 79 on the corner of Center Street in Montana. We'll go another block up here and make a right. me see, hats, boots, hand-forged axes. It's quite a variety. It always surprises me how many of these tiny little towns have Chinese restaurants. The China Garden up ahead. Stabilizer has a bit of a click to it. I'm not sure why. Crossover. This is Helena Street. We're facing mainly east here into the I think it's the tobacco roots. Pardon my throat clearing. Some murals here. Seems to be a big thing along the Beaverhead Valley, Jefferson Valley. Now we're going to make a right on Idaho. If we went straight, you'd hit the, I think it's the high school. But this is a little more picturesque. This brick building up here on the right with the flags is the City Hall. I'm going to try and put my gloves on here. That's one of the reasons I love this GoPro 8 is it tilts back and forth a little bit, but it's got such great software stabilization that you barely notice it on the screen. Which means that as long as I can keep it level, I don't really need a gimbal. I think. The Patagonia Outlet is an amazing place if you like Patagonia stuff. They don't make tall sizes, so I like to tell people they don't like me, which is of course not true, but you can actually call ahead and they will look for stuff for you. You can call and see if they have your size in something, or you can call and see if they have an item that you're looking for. And they'll go through and look for it and pick it out for you and sell it to you over the phone. And you can get some great deals on some Patagonia wear, which they make great stuff and they're great corporate citizens. And I can't encourage you enough to get their stuff. They were closed earlier in the year, but seem to be open now, which is great. You do have to, of course, wear a mask. Oh, and then the Sweetwater Coffee right next door. It's a great little coffee shop. Great food and great coffee and snacks and teas and stuff. Super nice people. Highly recommend that as well. Here's the Dillon Tribune, which I guess is a local paper. We're going to cross Glendale up here, Glendale Street. This little stone castle looking building on the right is actually an old Carnegie library. It's the public library for Dillon. And one of the original libraries. I was told when I was here before that it's an historic building. I don't know if that means official designation or if it's just interesting because it's old. I'm gonna cross over, take a look at this moose sculpture and give folks at the post office up here a little distance. Across the way is the post office. Dillon is the county seat of Beaverhead County. I don't know if I mentioned that. Take a break here. Until we get past this truck. This is Seabury Street. I want to show you this park over here on the right in a second. Then we'll go into the neighborhoods, residential areas. This park, they've radically redone. I don't know if radical is the right word, but really added a lot of cool stuff to it. Obviously, this building is new and it looks like it's a stage area for public performances. Then this really big playground that looks really expensive. And then over there is a water park, a spray park for kids in the summer. So you wouldn't think a little town of 4,000 people would get together and raise this kind of money. This is not cheap. But they did, and I think that's fantastic. I think it took them a few years to get it all finished up, but it looks great. We're going to curve back to Idaho Street here. And I know that people are less interested in the residential areas, but especially in towns like this that are really old, they've got some really cool old buildings that I enjoy seeing. And honestly, I try to do a little quick drive around these places where I'm going to go and find interesting things, but I don't always know where I'm going. Sometimes I just gotta kind of feel my way through it. So that's what we're doing today. Neat building here. Somebody's gotten colorful with their trim here. Love that porch. Ooh, it's for sale too. Century 21 if you're interested. Betty Gross. It's a fun one. Having a hard time managing my personal temperature with the sometimes it's a little breezy, sometimes it's not, and I'm dressed super warm because it was 10 below when I went through Bozeman this morning. Roads were terrible, so I want to be dressed warmly enough. I might need to take a layer or two off. Kind of a neat little back sidewalk. We're not going to take that though. We're going to go up here another street, see more houses. Oh, slippery. That's a pretty cool one. Well, I see a loose dog up here. It's barking. Hopefully that won't be a problem. I find in most cases a firm no handles the situation. It's a pretty house. We're on Washington, about to make a left on Dillon, just to give this dog a swing a miss. That one was inside. And let's make a right on Pacific. Love these big wide roads. As you can see, people are decorated for Halloween, which is coming up very quickly here. I suspect this video might get published maybe the Monday after Halloween? No, Thursday after Halloween, I think. Click the subscribe button and hit that bell and you'll get notified. Leave us a comment. Ooh, this is kind of spooky. It's the spiders. Leave us a comment. I love getting comments. Tell me your connections to Dillon, your Dillon stories, your Montana stories. Love hearing them. Love hearing how I could do better, suggestions, all that fun stuff. I find it very helpful. And if you like the video, hit that thumbs up button, and let us know. That actually helps us, or helps Google know that we're worth watching, and they'll share us more, and that helps us. So I appreciate that. We're coming up on Montana Western College here in Dillon. You can see it there across the main street of Atlantic. It's a high traffic road, which is not a designation if you're not from the States. It's just there's a lot of traffic on it. So we'll pop up here into campus, and looks like Montana Western is part of the University of Montana system as opposed to the Montana State system. Cross over. They've got this chain link thing next to the tree is a frisbee golf thing, if you're not familiar with that. Looks like they've set up a course on campus. On the right here is Atlantic and Clark Street, but we're going to make a left onto campus and see some of these buildings. Now, I haven't really been on this campus before, so I don't know what any of these buildings are called. If you know, let me know. Give me the timestamps. I'll put them in the description. It's a pretty small college. Pretty though, I mean campus-wise and by student body. I don't know the total number. Or even what a good route it is. We'll go back here. Looks like there's a quad and maybe an arena of some sort. Excuse me. think the cold is what's affecting the spring and it's making it click a little bit. Seem to have run out of sidewalk. Interesting, they've got these signs up. This area is a scheduled teaching space, which I assume means you can't come out here and put your beach towel out and absorb some of this beautiful warm sunshine. Probably in better weather, but it's a cool accommodation they're making to the current situation. Team mascot here are the Bulldogs. It's the campus bookstore, the Bark and Bite Student Union. Sorry about that. Says it's reserved for COVID testing. That's interesting. They must do community testing here. Alright, off to the left here is a burger joint that we often stop in, stop when we're coming through here, usually to go skiing. It's called Sparky's Garage. It's sort of a 50s hot rod theme. And they have decent food. It's fun for the kids. Straight ahead, you can see, well, you probably can't see, but straight ahead, 3 or 4 blocks, just across the tracks are the rodeo grounds and fairgrounds for Beaverhead County. So, sorry, there's Sparky's garage right there. Love that red brick. Beautiful building. All right, so now we're going to go back towards downtown along Atlantic, mainly because there's a couple other buildings that I'd love for you to see, to share with you today. And also, that's where my car is, so why not give you a little extra walking time, a little extra tour time. This is Atlantic and Clark Street off the left again. Somebody's got their studded snow tires going there. That's what that low rumble sound was, I think. is Salsa's Mexican restaurant and Rookie's Sports Bar and Grill. And then coming up is the Mercantile and Cafe. This is Tom Smith's Backcountry Angler. Looks like they have an inn as well. That's interesting. Says no vacancy, but I suspect they're just closed. Up on the left is Angler Village, which is a little motel. There's a building up ahead that I'm not going to show you just because I'm not going to do them any favors. Basically, it's all about conspiracy theory and all the popular conspiracy theories going on now. Corona's a hoax, deep state, only sheep wear masks, that sort of thing. Obviously, I don't buy into any of that ridiculousness, but I thought it was interesting. They've spent a lot of money and a lot of effort to paint over their building, and it's a bit worrisome, honestly. This is the Mary Innes School. We're going to make a right on Pacific. We were on Reeder Street, R-E-E-D-E-R. Oh, this is one of the things they do out here in Montana. They'll get these hay bales and they'll decorate them. I think it's pretty cool. This one looks like it's the Tin Man. That's fun. Lost an eye at some point. I was wondering what this building is up here. And for a second I thought it was the First Presbyterian Church, but I think it's something else behind this tree. We'll take a peek. Coming up on Glendale Street. Oh, I bet it's the county courthouse. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. All right. Coming back to Bannock Street, which we used to cross over the railroad tracks earlier to see the Metlen Hotel. Yeah, that's the Beaverhead County Courthouse, 1889. That's pretty impressive back then. Or a tiny little place. So we're gonna head back down Bannock Street and start to wrap this up. Give us a like, a thumbs up, hit that bell notification to get notified next video. And look at this cool building. Leave us a comment. I really do read the comments. I really do appreciate getting the comments. Love seeing what you guys are thinking of these videos, hearing your own stories, connecting with you a little bit. I think that's important. And give us a like, a thumbs up, little thumbs up icon if you don't mind. That's also helpful. Helps us build this channel. And you know, also tell your friends about city walks. They might enjoy them too. Also, come back next time. But until then, you know, keep on stepping.